Video has been brought to you by OneFootball, the app that gives you football news all over the world from 160 different leagues in 16 different languages. And this is the OneFootball app. As you can see, our teams are up here at the top. It's in the playing Crystal Palace. You've got news, so the latest news regarding football, anything to do with football, transfer talk, and of course, there's videos from around the world. So guys, make sure you go down to the description below and make sure you download the app. What's going on, everyone? It's Mike back again, and Everton have just lost 2-1 to Manchester City. A game that, if I could describe it in any way for Everton, it was blah. Like, there was just nothing to it. First half, we simply existed by one chance. VAR came to our rescue, rightly so, but it did come to our rescue. The second half was very similar for the majority of the second half. We fall asleep for 2 goals. We then score from probably our only real major attack in the second half, and it makes it a little bit interesting for the last 15 minutes. But City knew exactly what they were doing, and they didn't struggle. They played around us, they played in at us, and it was, to be honest, it was a really disappointing performance from Everton, because obviously Bernard had got injured in the warm-up, which is bad, because, you know, he is the person who can break the line, he is the person who can get in behind with his little pace and his little bit of trickery, and he does create things. And when he went off, and especially bringing on Davies, I've got to replace that. I didn't think that was the right move at all from Ancelotti. But look, he's paid a lot more money, and equally, which is different to Silva, he has all of the pedigree and respect to back him. So I'm not going to argue with the man. But for me, I thought you needed probably a bit more of a like for like, and maybe should have started Walcott rather than Tom Davies, but that's just me personally. In terms of the game itself, yeah, it was shit. Man City dominated the entire game in terms of possession. I think probably overall it was about 67% or something stupid to Man City. They had numerous shots. They hit the post. Pickford made some good saves. The goals were embarrassing, actually, because the first goal was really disappointing, because Yuri Mina steps across, and I don't know why he steps across, because Sidibe or Coleman, one of them, is over. So there's no need for him to go walking out. And then the next thing you know, Mason Holgate is stuck in between Gabriel Jesus and Mahrez. So all of a sudden, he's got to make a decision. Ball comes into Mahrez, he takes it out, and he curls it into the top corner. Now, Pickford, again, I actually thought he was in the wrong location as well. I thought he was in the wrong spot. And I think if he'd have stepped over just a little bit quicker, and this is before Jesus even gets the ball. This is when the ball's being passed into him. If he steps over a little bit, he makes that save. It touches his fingertips and it goes in. It makes it 1-0. And you couldn't say that Man City didn't deserve it. You know, Pickford did fumble the ball a little bit, but he did make some good saves. Defensively, I would say that this was our worst game in a while. Constantly down the left, Mendy and Phil Foden literally had acres. I mean, they had the fucking turf to themselves. They literally bombed up and down, caused Sidibe and Coleman problems all game. And Sidibe couldn't do anything attacking-wise. Not once did he get played in behind. Not once was he able to put the ball across the box. It was just shit. The second goal was a little bit more just sort of really good play by City. Ball comes in, Gabriel Jesus absolutely nails it, bottom corner, makes it 2-0. And I just thought, you know, to be hit defensively like that was pretty poor. In the first half, Man City obviously had a goal disallowed as well, and that was fucking infuriating, to be brutally honest, because Mahrez is offside, but he allows play on. So the ball goes into the box, touches Mahrez's hand. So when it was being checked, it was then checked for a penalty, given offside, But yeah, it was an offside kick. So what was the point of checking for a penalty if offside was given? It was just, it literally, VAR didn't have a fucking clue what it was doing there, and there's lots of people on Twitter who've said the same thing. But to me, I have no idea what the fucking point of that check was. It was just a complete waste of a minute and a half for no reason. The second half, again, as I say, we're 2-0 down. We're 2-0 down, sort of 60th minute. I'm waiting for changes. I'm waiting to see something. And being brutally honest, they didn't come, really. Not straight away. Not when I think we needed them. But again, I'm not going to criticise Carlo Ancelotti, because how the fuck can we? You know, he knows his shit a lot more than I do. But I did think the changes were a little bit slow. And I'm going to go one step further, and this is mad, and this will put some of the boo boys on my back, I'm sure, but I actually thought that was Richarlison's worst game in an Everton shirt, and he scored. I know. I genuinely, his pass completion rate, as far as I understand, was 20-odd%. And people were saying he wasn't getting the ball, but actually, it's his job to find space. And he didn't. He offered nothing today, Richarlison. Along with Sigurdsson, along with Davis. The only thing that Delph really did was he did try to pick his head up and look forward. But because the front guys just didn't do anything, we were shit. Deliveries into their box were okay. Yuri Mina should have scored from a header, in my opinion. Balls get whipped over, he sticks it straight over the bar. Another ball comes in from, I think it was Sidibe, swings it over, and Moise Keane is in the middle of the 6-yard box with, I'd probably say 4 foot around him, and he goes for a chest high mid-air fucking Karate Kid scissor kick volley, which he sticks wide, and I just thought, you literally had enough time to take a touch and slot it in. He's 19 years old, so I get that, and I understand he wants to make his mark in the Premier League, and the fact he could have scored a wildy would look great and all that, but just do the basics. Obviously, we go on to the Liverpool game the weekend for the FA Cup, and it's a game that, you know, realistically, I'm not expecting Everton to win. I'm really not. I wouldn't even say we were particularly resolute today. I would say we were lucky. And what that's taught me or shown me today is actually, genuinely, how far away our squad is from competing top level. We are miles away. The way Man City play football is genuinely fantastic. They pass. And they just wait for key moments to break it down. And they make passes, 2 or 3 yard passes. Lovely. Everton couldn't do that today. There was time and time again where we were literally just passing it a yard to the person making an opposite run. Fabian Delph, Richarlison, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, they all did it. All they're doing is making a sideways pass 1 yard, maybe 2 yards, and they're losing the ball. It was really poor today. It really was. The performance from almost the entire team was bad. Coleman, I thought, was the only player that had a decent game, and that was because he was left 2-on-1 all game. It was literally, it was literally Phil Foden and Mendy basically taking it in turns, going through him, just having a good go with him, and it weren't great. It just wasn't great. Another thing, and I'm going to mention this a little bit, is I looked at Yuri Mina today, and I looked at Jordan Pickford, and I thought both of them looked like a mistake waiting to happen. And I didn't have the same confidence that I've had in the last 6 games or whatever it is since we got battered by Liverpool. I was concerned. And this is where there is a clear gap now. There is a clear gap between Liverpool, as much as I hate saying it, and Man City and the rest of the league. Even Leicester. Leicester are not as good at playing football as Manchester City or Liverpool. They've just got a fantastic striker and a really good midfielder who can link up play. And Leicester are flying, and rightly so, deserve all the credit they're getting for where they are. But I feel like it's easier to stop Leicester than it is Manchester City. And I just think proof was in the pudding. You know, we could constantly attack Leicester when we played them, especially in the Carabao Cup. You know, we were 2-0 down, come back to 2-2. But I looked at that game today, and I could not see where we were going to make two opportunities. And even the goal we scored with Richarlison, with Moise Kean being strong at the end of the box, moving his feet well, I think it falls out to Walcott or Sidibe, who slams it in. And Richarlison pickles off at the back post and makes that run. But I couldn't see us scoring. I just couldn't see us scoring. We weren't quick enough getting the ball forward. We weren't quick enough getting in the box. And Carlo Ancelotti will know all that. He'll talk about all of that. But that, for me, today, was poor. And Man City rightly won. So, it is what it is. Anyway, so just to give you a little heads up, John will be doing the match preview for the Liverpool game. I will be doing the match reaction. Then on top of that, we have another video in the middle, which is regarding VAR, which John's recorded. It's very good, very insightful. And obviously, I also want to know, guys, what you think of the little montage I did at the start of the game. I shared it on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and I'll put it at the end of this video as well, just so you can see what I did. And if you like it, I'll probably do one every week if you like it, because I quite like it. So yeah, just let me know your thoughts. Anyway, guys, I'll see you soon. Have a fantastic... Well, we're all back at work tomorrow, aren't we? So, yeah, hope you've enjoyed your time off, and peace.